Good day, everybody. How's it going? I'm the Tchenovstok, and welcome back to the city of Tchenovstok for episode number 3 of the series. In today's episode, guys, we're going to be developing a centralized micro-district that will contain many essential services for the city. However, for some reason, this happened like a month ago. I recorded these segments here, and I somehow lost the footage of the first building that you see in this district. So that the large indoor arena that you see right here, I somehow lost the footage of me placing that down and placing a few props around it. But not a big deal. I mean, it was only a couple of minutes worth of footage that was lost, and we have plenty more of stuff to place down, so I'm not too worried about that. And in the cinematics at the end of this episode, you'll be able to get a good glimpse of that little part. So this building right here that I'm working on, this building is called the Soviet Institution for Nuclear Technologies. I don't know, that's just a name that I came up with. I find that this building sort of looks like an institution. It looks like a university type thing, or some grand, it could look like a museum even. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going with the Soviet Institute for Nuclear Technology. And my sort of envisionment behind that is that with Tchenovstok being a nuclear city, it just makes sense to have a nuclear education site. But right on this side, on the front or the side of the building, I'm placing down a bus stop. Now, my idea behind this is Tchenovstok is a ultra-modern utopian nuclear city. So to give a little context, Tchenovstok is based in 1979, and at this time, the Cold War is in full swing. Russia is definitely striving to show off to the rest of the world, building these grand monuments. It's showing the world its true power. So everything in this city is going to have like this postmodern, brutalist architecture. So this bus stop is no exception. That's why it has this unique, modern looking feel. But this bus stop is actually pretty unique because I think I've used it in like every single one of my series. You can easily fit it into any sort of style, whether it's like European or American, but we'll add some more detail to that in a little bit. So this episode is a little bit on the shorter side, I know. We are going to focus a little bit more on detailing later on. There is only 3 buildings in the district, so there's not a ton of stuff to work on. But I am working on some newer projects in Tchenovstok that are filmed and ready to be edited and deployed. So don't worry, guys, there will be no shortage of footage of Tchenovstok. I've actually been really having a lot of fun with developing this map in the last couple of weeks. So I kind of took a break of the game these last couple of weeks because I have purchased a home, and I've been learning that a home built in the late 60s requires a ton of work. So I've been focusing on that these last couple of weeks, but everything is settling down now, and I can focus on playing some more City Skylines, which is exactly what I want to do. So yeah, expect some extra content coming down your way, guys, for both Tchenovstok, even some more Timbuktu. I'm having a ton of fun with all that. So anyway, back to the game. You can see, guys, that this fire station is quite extensive. We have a large helipad in the back here, and I sort of envisioned that, this fire hall should have a helicopter just because it's responsible for such a large area. With Tchenovstok being in northern Russia, and with it being in a sparsely populated area, I think a helicopter is a very appropriate thing to have in a place like this, especially with this being a nuclear city, right? So it's probably a good idea to have some aerial surveying capabilities. Also, on a side note, I don't know if you guys noticed the change in the audio, if there's even a change really, I haven't really checked, but if you notice that my audio has changed a little bit, that's because I actually have my own office now in my new home. So it's one of the spare bedrooms that's quite small, but it's pretty cozy. I have my computer and everything set up nicely in my room, and I've made sure to provide some good enough noise canceling. So I have some foam panels and everything on the wall. I have a nice carpet on my floor, just to improve the audio quality as much as I could in my videos. Whereas before I was sort of like in this open space in my apartment, and it wasn't very good for audio recording, but I think you guys should notice a considerable improvement in audio quality. So now my voice is going to sound a lot more clean and luscious than it normally would. But that is if you guys listen to me anyway. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody just muted me. So yeah, what's going on right now? I cleared out this little corner area here, and because this is one of the main entrances into the city, I thought it deserved a nice monument here, a nice statue of Skybeth, you know, just to add that nice accent to the city. Why a statue of Skybeth, you guys are wondering? It's pretty much the only appropriately sized statue that I could find that's not like a massive statue of Lenin or something like that. So I just thought that this statue was kind of nice and appropriate in this area. Or we could just pretend that Skybeth is the main nuclear engineer at the power plant that has yet to be built, and a statue in his honor was erected. How about that? So shout out to you, Skybeth. If you guys don't know who Skybeth is, go check out his channel. His creations are absolutely astounding. He has his own YouTube channel, and it is just fantastic. But if you guys watch my videos, I'm pretty sure you know who Skybeth is. So, of course, we have our nice little radar tower right here beside the helipad. Not sure if these big trees here are a very good idea, in case of some pretty windy conditions. You know, having trees close to a helipad are probably not the best idea, but I don't know, it looks cool. Also guys, with my studio being fully set up and my gear all ready to go, I'm planning on starting to stream pretty soon. Might not be for the next couple of weeks because I still have a lot of work around the house to do, but I'd say like in the next couple of months maybe, we should have our first stream coming out. So I'll get some more details on that once I have them available. But I'm pretty excited for that. That's going to be pretty fun. Taking the channel to the next step. You know, it'd be kind of fun to have some live interaction with you guys and suggestions and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. But I'm just loving the way that this area has developed. It's a small part of the city, and it wasn't the most massive of projects, but it's a staple of the city at this point, I think. I mean, it just fits in perfectly. All these massive buildings. It really gives the city a presence, you know? It's a jewel of the Soviet Union. One thing I'd like you guys to recommend for me is what kind of music should I be playing in these videos. So sometimes in long stretches where I'm not talking, I like to just fill it in with a track, but I'm really struggling to find the right type of music for these videos. There's only so much Soviet or Russian music in Epidemic Sound, which is the service that I use. For now, I'll probably just stick with the classical stuff, but if you guys have any recommendations, just drop a comment down below, and we'll see what we can do. Oh yeah, and this is pretty neat too, I forgot I did this. So, with this being set, with Tchenovstok being set in 1979, it never really struck me that the 1980 Olympics took place in Moscow. So I found these little banners on the workshop of the Moscow 1980 Olympic banner, and I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to place these down all over the city and promote the might of the Soviet Union in the Olympics. So I think I'm going to place them down pretty much all over the city wherever I can. But I'm actually super intrigued, guys. I'd love to hear a story or something from any of you who have lived near Moscow when the 1980 Olympics happened, or, you know, just have some interesting stories about that era. I'd love to know, so drop a comment down below, and I'll be sure to read your comments. So this is going to be it for this episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the awesome cinematics that are coming up in just a minute. And like I said, there will be no shortage of Tchenovstok content coming in the near future, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, guys. Also be sure to subscribe to the channel for many more videos just like these. So that's it for me. Until the next episode, please take care, guys.